Joined by the man who presided over all of it here in Golden State, Steve Kerr, who's sopping wet, as he should be at this time. Congratulations. I mean, how much different does this feel in light of the way last year's finals went?
Yeah.
The addition, obviously, of Kevin Durant, a bunch of roster turnover, different lead assistant, a whole bunch of stuff different between this year and last.
Well, it feels great because it took a lot of resilience to get over Game 7 last year, the heartbreak after that amazing season we had. And then for the guys to bounce back, and obviously, some new additions who are pretty good, by the way. Yeah, what a run. What a run it's been for the last few years, and hopefully we can keep it going.
I think it's Steve, back to training camp when you have, you got a piece of paper and you're looking at the names on the list, and when you got to what it is that you wanted to do offensively and defensively, how much of it matched up with what you and the coaching staff had envisioned prior to going to training camp, and how much shifting went on during the year with the roster and the way those things started to develop?
Well, the great thing, adding Kevin Durant, the guy's just a basketball player. He's not that ball dominant. He likes to move without the ball. He likes to cut. He likes to play with other guys who already play that way. And so we didn't really change much of the offense at all. It was more a matter of just them playing together over the course of the last 9 months and getting better and better together. And it's fun to watch, isn't it, man?
Steve, what's so impressive about your team is just the collective spirit, how they play for one another. And everyone, organization-wise, on the roster in the locker room, gives you the credit for creating this culture. Well, how do you go about it? What is your secret? Like, what are you doing to create this environment where guys will go out and be selfless in playing for one another?
Well, first of all, it takes talent for that culture to matter. I mean, you want to build something special, but if you don't have good players in this league, you're going to get fired in a couple of years, and nobody's talking about the culture you created. So I know how lucky I am to have this group. They're all very naturally unselfish people and players, and we just try to foster that. We try to have a lot of fun. We put our work in, but we want to make this as enjoyable as possible, and we want to include everybody. I kind of play the whole roster most of the year, and I think that's pretty powerful. I learned that from Phil Jackson and Greg Popovich. You play a lot of people, you include them. Don't be afraid to throw them out there in the middle of a close game. And I think that helps foster that unity and that strength.
Well, Steve, I want to add to that. I mean, just for me to Patrick McCaw, rookie that you trust. I mean, JaVale McGee at different times. Just talk about what those guys did. They're young guys thrown into the fire, and you guys and the coaching staff trusting these guys. And Patrick McCaw tonight came out and, as a rookie, played unbelievable.
He was awesome, and I went to him yesterday. I told the whole team that we were going to play Patrick instead of Ian. Ian's had an amazing season. He's been great for us all year, but this matchup, particularly given the way Cleveland had changed their strategy the last couple of games, going after certain guys in pick and roll, we needed Patrick's defensive length and versatility. And true to our team, Ian accepted it perfectly well. Patrick said, I'll be ready. We did the same thing with JaVale McGee. I told JaVale, you may not play because of the way this series has unfolded. We knew it was going to be really small, and we knew we were going to play our versatile guys. And by the end of that game, it was like, 10 guys who were all 6'6" and can all shoot threes and dribble. I mean, and then you put LeBron in the middle of that, and I don't know how you ever guard that guy. But the skill level on the floor with all 10 players was just shocking. I get asked all the time, the 96 Bulls or the 2017 Warriors, who would win? And I'm like, I have no idea who would win, but I know Wennington and I would have struggled to guard the pick and roll with Curry and Draymond Green. Sorry, Bill, if you're listening.
You don't concern yourself with graphics because you're way out of TV now, but we ran a graphic there a moment ago with some of this team's achievements, including 254 wins over a 3-year period. That's the most in NBA history ever, more than the Bulls in the mid-'90s. You just set a new record for win percentage in a postseason, for point differential in a postseason. As someone who played for great teams, what is your perspective on this run, historically speaking, and just how good you guys have it right now?
Well, I haven't spent much time thinking about that, to be honest. I was very lucky to be part of that Bulls team in the 90s that won 3 titles. And that was a special run. And you kind of know when you're in the middle of it, you kind of know, like, we are really lucky. You know, this is special, and this is not going to last forever. But we're in the midst of this run, and we've got a lot of guys right in their primes, and they've got some good years ahead of them, so it's pretty exciting.